time of madness, time of horrors. There comes a time in the life of a nation when lines are crossed, and once crossed may never be recrossed again. In that route of all things Western that was Rome, it was Caesar crossing the river Rubicon. In this new Rome, it is the path to war on a whim, on a lark, on a lie. It is a kind of imperial fever, the fatal petulance of kings. For war is the sport of kings. It matters not why. The reasons announced to the world have faded like old photographs in the summer sun. And we learn, years later, that reasons weren't reasons. They weren't even good justifications, yet they sufficed. They stoked emotions, fueled our ignorance, and ignited the war machine, the U.S. Wehrmacht, and unleashed the dogs of war. Regimes have been changed, countries bombed, civilians slaughtered for naught, and things are worse than ever. Hatreds are deeper than ever. Oh sure, puppets have been installed. Even an occasional constitution has been ghost-written. But if you think this is a portent of peace, just remember the so-called president of Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai, who is protected today by a palace guard of armed Americans, so fearful is he of his own countrymen. While it's true that this mad war was forced upon the nation by a narrow neoconservative cabal, it's also true that it couldn't have happened without the connivance and subservience of the press. They performed like cheerleaders and water boys of a big game, rather than tribunes or truth-tellers. And now, war, like a hungry leech, eats the nation's wealth, consumes the Constitution, and deadens the soul. It militarizes millions, appealing to the blind, dumb instinct of obedience. But also, as people learn of the lies that led to war, it deepens cynicism and spreads the seeds of distrust far and wide. War awakens us, and awakening can be the seedlings of a new social movement that says no to war and yes to reason and life. From death row, this is Mumia Abu-Jamal, author of We Want Freedom, A Life in the Black Panther Party.
These commentaries are produced by Noel Hanrahan for Prison Radio.